This was the most desperate moment for Lioness Charm. Facing the invasion of two adult male lions, even though she fought with all her might, she couldn't withstand them in the slightest. Under the invaders' powerful intimidation, her children were forced onto a wandering life. A year ago, the once thriving Masai Mara pride had only Charm and Sienna, two adult lionesses, and 8 young cubs remaining. Massive survival pressure forced the sisters to hunt frequently. But during one hunt, Sienna suffered serious injuries. Fortunately, through remarkable willpower, she managed to survive and return to the Masai Mara pride. Charm and Sienna briefly enjoyed sisterly affection. But this peace didn't last long. A crisis capable of destroying the Masai Mara pride was silently approaching. In October at the Masai Mara, herbivores migrated toward the Serengeti grassland. In just 1 month, the Masai Mara Reserve, once filled with prey, became a silent wasteland. For the pride's survival, Charm had to bring members to the territory's boundary. She discovered a creature she'd never seen before: cattle. The pride's food problem was temporarily solved, but days later, Charm discovered that members were successively becoming weak. Sister Sienna also disappeared again. It turned out that days before, pastoralists had brought cattle into the reserve despite the ban. To protect their livestock, they had painted some cattle with deadly poison. The pride knew nothing of this. Charm's youngest son was the most severely affected. He had become so weak, he couldn't walk normally. Facing the constantly rising temperature, the pride had to quickly find a cool place. But his youngest son was too weak. He struggled to stand but couldn't keep up with the pride's pace. Seeing this, Charm immediately turned back to her son's side. Looking at the child before her who could barely stand, her eyes were filled with pain and reluctance. But when she turned to look at the pride, seeing those expectant figures, a difficult choice faced Charm. On one side was her young son, whose life hung by a thread. On the other side was the hope for the pride's future. After painful deliberation, Charm finally turned and left. In just a few days, Charm not only experienced the despair of losing her sister, but also endured the heart-wrenching pain of losing her son. With daughter Yaya's assistance, Charm once again set out on hunts. Young members continuously improved their hunting skills through practice. Months later, Tattoo and Red grew thick manes around their necks. They had finally become adults. This brother alliance walked with steady steps, setting out on their own path of conquest to continue the glory of the Masai Mara pride. Charm watched her sons disappear into the distance, her eyes full of comfort. But shortly after they left, dark clouds once again hung over the Masai Mara pride. 2 adult male lions invaded Charm's territory. For her 4 adolescent daughters, this was undoubtedly a catastrophe. In the invading males' eyes, these adolescent lionesses not only lacked breeding capability, but also consumed the food the pride captured. Without hesitation, they launched an expulsion. Charm fought with all her might, positioning herself in front of her daughters, but the massive size difference made her quickly defeated. If the young lions insisted on staying here, the invading males would without hesitation strike them down. Should she fight for the territory or endure the pain of separating from her children? Charm once again faced a difficult choice.